Y'all want to see something sweet? I would never be this cold. Like, this is crazy how sweet okay. And I make that up myself, guys. Either way it goes, though, y'all, it was a second word I had to put out. I had to put this word out. And it's actually, I think it goes along with that word that I just put out about when Jesus was walking on the water, and then Peter was like, okay, if it's really you, then have me come walk out on the water to you, right? Let me see where that verse is at, though, because this is another part. Oh, okay. This is what it was that God wanted me to add on to that word. It's because, okay, in the last word we were speaking about how people get distracted by the winds, the circumstances around them, and etc., right? That's what God was relating the winds to, the way he broke it down to me. Because in this chapter, in this verse, when Peter was walking on the water, he got afraid because of the winds that was blowing around, and then he started to sink. And what God was saying about that part was that people get distracted. They ask God for something, and then they'll get distracted, and they'll start to sink. Their faith will start to go down, right? Ooh, see, that's a word. That word. But their faith will start to go down, and they will start to sink, right? So now, another thing that God was pointing out to me that he wanted me to add on to that was that how Peter started to sink, right? And he started to say, Lord, save me, right? And see, what God wanted me to point out, he said a lot of his children, and you gonna know if this relates to you, you gonna know. Because he said a lot of my children, they do that. They ask me for a thing. I begin to deliver on that thing. Then they get distracted or they get discouraged by the circumstances. And then they do what? Their faith begins to sink. And what did God ask Peter? He said, why did you doubt? Because see, this signal, like this says that if Peter had not have doubted, he would have continued to walk on water. But he didn't, and he started to sink because he doubted. But see, what God wanted to point out specifically for this message is that a lot of his children do that. They ask over and over again. They sink over and over again because they keep having to doubt. They keep losing faith. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to find the best way to word it, but that was the part that he wanted me to add on to that word, was that you keep on saying, Lord, save me. After asking God for something, then losing faith, then doubting, then walking away, and then you cry out again, Lord, save me, right? So whoever that is for, God wanted me to add that on for that, on for you.